Welcome back and welcome aboard to the journey. Hello, WeLearners! Hi, I'm Joyce, and it's been a while since I last did a sit down talk video, so today I'm sharing my heart. Well, in most of my conversations with older people, especially people in their senior years, a repetitive theme that I often hear is that they wish they have lived their youth in a much wiser way compared to how they lived as young people then and put those years into good use. As a young person, this powerfully spoke to me as it was such a eureka, an aha moment to hear these older people and much experienced people saying that they wish they have done things differently. Previously, at some point in my young life, I used to be intimidated by the fact that I am young, thinking that it's nothing but a disadvantage and a hindrance for me to achieve and advance in life. However, these older people say out their wishful thinking for a reason. Youth is such a flimsy time where it will pass by very quickly. My young life is such a fast pace, and sooner or later I will get older and older, hence I'll never be young again. Might as well maximize it for something beneficial and advantageous, right? Lately, as I shifted gears with my thinking and approach, I no longer feel insecure about how young or how old I am, understanding that every season in my life is such a unique, a special, and vital time in my journey that needs to be celebrated, respected, and even embraced. Hence, I now capitalize on the fact that I am young. Being young in theory means I have more time ahead of me, which may or may not be promising depending on how I live my day-to-day life. Every decision I do now as a young person could directly and or indirectly affect my mid-age and elderly years. Much of my future is shaped by how I live today. Realizing that I make it a conscious decision to intentionally invest in my youth. If you are a young person like I am, I encourage you to tune in. Don't let anyone look down on you just because you are young. Even you who's young at heart, you're welcome to tune in as well. One thing that I'm mindfully investing in is evaluated experience. John Maxwell says experience alone is not the best teacher, but evaluated experience is. That is why it is not always a guarantee that experienced people are also mature people, lest they evaluate their experiences. I have heard this from my own grandfather that in every season and experience, we must always be evaluating ourselves, our reactions and responses, our perspectives, and the experience we're going through itself, because every season is different. I used to travel alone before this pandemic broke out. One time I booked an overnight stay at a lakeside townhouse in a province in Thailand. It was such a unique experience of people watching and taking time to observe the little things of daily life in the streets, which I would not take notice of normally on a usual day. It became a serene personal time of retreat and of reflection and evaluation. I have been learning to intentionally invest on experiences and moments that lead me to evaluation than I do on stuff, unnecessary ones at that. More than ever, now is the time that I see and realize the importance of investing in skills. In this digital era, the age of information, where anyone can easily search and access for information that they need, download and upload data and content, what would set me apart as a professional is not necessarily what I know, but rather what skills have I mastered. Don't get me wrong, information and knowledge are crucially important as they are the basis of skills. I'd say it's level 1. However, if I want to go a notch higher, I'd have to level up from that and build skill sets. Unlike information that can be easily accessed digitally in a few seconds, skills on the other hand take time. Skills take a much longer time to be built, even more so for mastering one. Linda Rainier, a career coach and entrepreneur, suggests to start building skills and honing skills early. If needed be, provide services for free in the beginning as a means of mastering skills. Speaking of investing in skills, there are many tools and resources available online that could help us build our skill sets that mesh well with our personalities, our unique interests, and fields of work. My absolute favorite as of the moment is Learn Digital Marketing, an online marketing app, which I have recently availed its pro lifetime access for all its courses for more or less $8.30. The app offers courses in digital marketing, coding and programming, and search engine optimization as well, which are relevant digital skills for online entrepreneurs, service providers as myself, freelancers, and business owners. Another similar skill-based course that I am recently studying is one from Udemy, which is digital marketing class by Phil Ebener and Diego Davila in collaboration with Video School. Again, I thank CloudZ for this course sponsorship. We availed it at a 92% discounted fee for more or less $10.40. The course offers very practical information, research and experience-based and result-oriented approach to growing businesses through digital marketing, mainly content marketing and social media marketing. I have been enjoying it thus far, so I encourage you to avail the same course when it goes on sale because its normal price is around 135 US dollars, but it randomly goes on sale, so you just have to wait for that. Another go-to skill-based course provider for me is definitely International Open Academy of Ireland. Their campaign says learn real-world skills online, which pretty sums up my learning experience with them. They offer such a unique and specified pool of courses at discounted fees, from animal science and care, arts and crafts, beauty and fashion, event management, to life skills in teaching. You may want to check their website and find that special course that's uniquely for you. Another investment that I prioritize now as a self-employed young person is long-term multiple streams of income. Since I've transitioned to this path where I don't expect a monthly flat rate salary, I've immensely felt the need and the advantage of having multiple streams of income, specifically through investments. Of course, as I mentioned, it's a long-term thing. It needs to be built through time. I'm just starting out with my investments, so I live a relatively modest and simple lifestyle so that my investments could give back later on and have a return of investment 3 to 5 years down the road. One that I am actively exploring is the stock market. I've also been looking into supporting small startup businesses that I believe in, such as Dawid7, which is a clothing brand that offers semi-customized tie-dyed services. Millennial Startups PH featured in their Facebook post 12 money and business lessons from the Korean drama Startup, and I recommend you watching it. The first thing on their list is to start a business or investing while you are still young. Start while you don't have a family or you don't have obligations. Of course, it is a case-to-case basis, as not all of us as young people carry the same financial responsibility, but generally investing while you are young and single poses a lower risk compared to starting in your mid-age when you possibly have your own family. Invest early, invest young. I'd also say I'm learning to be purposeful when it comes to my spending and my purchases, to lessen buying liabilities and investing more on assets or income generating tools. As for myself, as a tutorial service provider, I've invested in computer and mobile accessories such as headphones, such as this one, Nuvo N16 forever. No, not forever, just for now. Nuvo N16 is good. Headphones, where was I? Headphones, cameras, and all those things to somehow elevate the quality of the service I provide. So you can say, therefore, these are not, mindless. These are not impulsive purchases. They are actually investments for the long term because they serve as my income generation tools, income generating tools. Okay. Similarly, I am also learning to cut down and possibly cut out liabilities such as impulsive buying of clothing that I do not need, impulsive eating at fast food restaurants when my body does not need them, which is so hard harder than I have imagined. But I am learning and unlearning every day. I also live by the capsule lifestyle, which is an application of minimalism, and I hope I could share this with you guys one of these days. Last but definitely not the least, I'd say this is the most important investment a young person could do. It is investing in right relationships. Investing in the right and healthy relationships as a young person and continuing to nurture them as I get older is a huge determining factor of how my life will turn out to be, especially in terms of direction and of my own character. The people in my circle have a voice and therefore they speak over my life. I believe it is wise to be selective of who gets to influence me. Whether I am aware of it or not, I become like them and vice versa. Additionally, at the end of one's life, in a person's dying bed, it would not matter anymore how much you've earned, the stuff you bought. What would matter at the end of the day are people. People who stick around, people whose lives we've helped and impacted and influenced, relations that have been built and stood through the test of time. Life is so short. I can attest to this even as a young person, as I've learned this the hard way of experiencing firsthand through loss how flimsy and fragile life is. I remember Sir Federico Tangoko of Banco de Oro, in one of his lectures, he said, "Man's greatest ignorance is believing that he will live forever, and man's greatest arrogance is living as if he will." Above all, the most important relationship that I invest my life in is my relationship with my Creator, my Lord, and my God. When all else fails, even after I'm gone in this earth, that is the only relationship that will remain. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that as I'm sharing my own journey, it inspires and helps you as you go through your own journey. This has been your learning companion at WeLearn. You never learn alone because we learn. See you next Wednesday!